Hello, I'm Shweta. Welcome to my channel. I'm super excited as usual to share my florals with you, and this time it's going to be a longer video than usual, but I'm going to actually talk to you about how to sketch for the flowers. We're going to deal with a couple of them, and I'm also using vibrant colors because I love vibrant colors. I love juicy florals with a lot of paint, and this is what we're going to be painting. As much as the sketch is important, the kind of paints that you use, the choices for the brushes and the paper matter equally. Never go in for a student quality um, watercolor, because I feel the investment that you are going to make in fine watercolor paper paints is going to pay you off so well that you are going to actually enjoy the art. In this palette, I have chosen to go more with the warmer colors because I have a yellow, I have an orange, I have a red, I have a magenta. So I decided to add the vase in blue because that totally complements and balances the entire painting. A last point that I need to mention is if you look at this composition, it is weighing more to the right side, and I left this side nice and clean, but I did make sure that I had some of these loose leaves fall as if so naturally that it adds an element of interest in the entire painting. So actually when you frame this, it's going to look very attractive rather than it being in the center and occupying the entire space. So don't ever paint anything bang in the center. For today's painting, we are going to be focusing on the rose, and we have a bud here. We are doing a blossom, daisy, coneflower, daffodil, and two poppies. Here are some paintings that I have made from different colors to paint these vibrant flowers. Now I brought these examples out because it's very important to know what kind of florals you want to paint, whether you want to paint them dark and vibrant or whether you want to paint them with an outline of black ink or really strong like this. There are several ways of painting flowers, and it's very important to know what you like and what you're trying to achieve when you begin a floral painting, because there are different ways of interpreting flowers. One can paint almost photorealistic images of flowers in watercolor, as well as go really light and flowy and almost transparent in the same medium. My style of painting usually is juicy, it's well defined, it has nice amount of white in between the flowers, which I love. And I also sometimes use a negative painting like this. And then there's an example here where I like to use a little bit of the contrasting colors as we see in nature. I love to have a variety of flowers, some unusual like the pansy and then the dahlia and some wildflowers. And I like my floral arrangements to have a kind of a movement rather than just being as straight as a tower. So it's very important to know that you can play around with your florals, and no matter any kind of subject matter that you're painting, you can handle it in a variety of techniques, from a very sketchy to a loose or a very highly detailed painting, or what I call is a very tight painting. Any of these can apply to produce satisfactory results, but it's important to know which effect you're seeking and what you're gravitating towards, because the more you like something, you're going to enjoy it, and then the outcome is going to be what you like. Here I'm beginning with the sketch of the rose, and then the bud that's going to be right above the rose. I follow it up with the 5 petal flowers, and then I'm going to paint the left side portion also with a 5 petal flower that we are talking about. That was the blossom. And then we move on to painting the daffodil. Just a rough sketch of the daffodil is more than enough, so that when you paint, you know that the that particular flower was a daffodil. I'm adding some cone flowers on the sides. You can also reorder it the way you like to. And then I'm finishing it with a poppy, and I'm trying to keep all the poppies on the extreme right side, weighing it down more over there. I extended the leaves so that it also goes into the white space to create that balance. You can add smaller leaves, larger leaves, but I chose to go with the long elongated leaves and finished it off with a few flowers there and a rough sketch of the vase. So there's nothing really set and standard, but as long as you can get a sketch and you know where the flowers are, we're good to go. Using the right kind of eraser. For this purpose, I'm going to be using a kneaded eraser. That's what's recommended when we are painting with watercolors and the sketches are going to have graphite marks. I'm okay with the graphite marks actually showing up after a painting has dried, but a lot of artists would rather not have it. So don't use a regular eraser and use the kneaded eraser. Reds, alizarin crimson. I have a couple of browns here. The browns are the regular burnt sienna, Van Dyke brown, and sepia. I may use them in together, or I may just, because I'm using the very free flowing method over here. Yellows, which is the bright yellow, and I have an array of greens from sap green to light green to some unusual colors from Daniel Smith, like the cascade green, and I have another green which is the undersea green. So these are beautiful greens, and they make a lot of difference when you're painting watercolors. For some leaves, I may actually use this liquid green that is from Ecoline, and then we also have an orange from Ecoline. I love the Hydrus PH Martins. This is also a bright yellow, but it can differ from this because I was mentioning each brand of paint has its own characteristics. And then I love this another pink. It's more of a magenta. I may use this, but you will see it being used and how they all mingle and dance on the paper, and it's a beautiful effect. So let's begin painting. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint this horizontal vase with all the multiple flowers, and I chose all those colors and I complemented it with the blue vase. So there's a lot of learning that you would have had in this video. I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.